It's your friend Cheap Ludes. Look, we're going to do a few things today, but first and foremost, let's talk about the market in NBA 2K23, my team, because the market is honestly, I wish I could lie and say it was exciting. It's not. It's not really that exciting. It's exciting if you have some top tier cards or like a lot of currency to work with, but realistically, if you're a plebeian such as myself, you probably don't really have anything, uh, especially anything valuable. So I would say that it's not really an exciting time. The interdimensional packs were honestly boring. The reason I say that, the odds were trash as per usual. The fact that we still have sub 2% odds and we're almost in May is that's so bad. It's so bad. It's just so bad. It really is. I have 129,000 MT left. I am down horrendous at the current moment. Anyways, let's talk about the cards that came in the interdimensional pack. So we got Murasan. He's dirt cheap because he's super slow. There's no real other way to put it. Like, he's slow, he can't shoot, he is still 7'7" for sure, with a 7'11" wingspan, so he's like the second biggest player literally in the game, period. Not just like in the game as in we've seen thus far, I mean like period in NBA history. So the one thing you can guarantee with Murasan is that no one until Manute Bull comes out is going to be at least bigger than him. Faster, yes. Bigger, no. So yeah, I mean that's fun. Whatever. He kind of sucks, but it's Murasan. It's big Murasan. Like, you know what to expect at this point. It's not like you expected Murasan to be fire, because you shouldn't have, because he's a pink diamond. And even if he was going to be fire, it would have been the hero version. Grant Williams is altogether just kind of boring. Like, he's basically discard value, which is cool. I mean, he's like a fun offline card if you need like extra Celtics guys for anything. He's fun in that regard, but 6'6", 6'9" wingspan at the small forward, not exactly meta or world breaking at this point. He does have like a 99 shot contest tendency, which is pretty helpful, but for the most part, not the greatest. But you want to pick him up, he's like 3,500 MT, so that's cool. Bonga. Now, I haven't picked up Bonga quite yet. I've actually seen people say that Bonga's great. I've seen people say that Bonga sucks. I'm not really sure where he actually lies in that. I'll have to pick him up myself, but he seems to be really good. The one thing I would say is I'm unsure of his jump shot. Everyone said it's like pretty meh. Understandable. And also when the guys like Luke Walton, Josh Giddey, who has a horrific jump shot too. Like, don't even get me started on that. And like Joe Ingles, there's like a bunch of 6'8" guards out, so it makes Bonga just a little bit less like valuable than he would have otherwise been. But he's still like 10,000, and for that, I still think he's up there as being one of the better point guards in the game that you can get for that price. Jalen Suggs is really solid. It's just like we're past the point when a 6'5" point guard is going to be effective. The reason I say that is because Jalen Suggs even kind of looks smaller than 6'5", but when you're consistently getting matched up with Ben Simmons, Bonga, just all these big point guards, it's like really tough to run Jalen Suggs. Now, if you're a Suggs fan or a Magic fan, and you're just looking for somebody to use offline that's going to be fun, he's actually really solid. He can 3-hunt really well. Is he the most meta card in the world? No. But the Jalen Suggs size up, I just like that he has that. It's not particularly great, but the Trey Escape's obviously there. He's good, though. His jump shot's solid enough. He's fun. If you've opened packs at all, you probably have a cajillion Jalen Suggs, but it's all good. Christian Braun I haven't used yet, I'll be honest. Haven't got around to it, but he's basically discard value. He's literally under 3,000 MT, so if for some reason you want this state senator's son looking ass guy on your team, go right ahead. Go pick him up. He's like 2,500 MT. KPJ is nice. KPJ is probably one of the best I would say offensive budget point guards in the game. Yeah, he's going to struggle defensively, but he's got the KPJ release on very quick. Honestly, it feels too quick sometimes. That's just me, though. He's got Fox size up, Curry escape. He's really, really good. If you're okay with taking the defensive hit, if you're running like a defensive stopper next to him, he is for sure going to be the best offensive point guard. Because like Ben Simmons technically is a good offensive point guard because he's 6'10" and he can stiff arm dunk people all day. But like, he's the best 3-hunting point guard that you can purchase for like, I would say under 100K for sure. Yeah, I would say that's accurate. Lamar Odom's dirt cheap. They gave him Usman Dieng release on very quick, which kind of sucks, I'll be honest. Outside of the release, I think he would be legitimately the best budget small forward in the game if he had a different release. Even if he had like Seti Osman release, I still think he'd be like a top tier budget card. But they gave him Usman Dieng. It sucks. I hate it. That's all I gotta say. Mike Miller's pretty good, although unspectacular, which I mean I would assume. Yeah, that kind of sums up his whole career. I don't mean that as a shot towards Mike Miller, dude, but like, you know, just solid, unspectacular. I like Mike Miller though. He's okay. Like Shane Battier is gas. Like Shane Battier is straight fire. Like Shane Battier is straight up heat. I don't know what's up with this dude, but he goes hard, man. I actually like the release. I've seen people say that it sucks, and I could see that. I could definitely see your point. Because he's got this Saban Lee release, which, like, unless you've used Season 2 Erie Mark Bryant for whatever reason, you wouldn't have encountered this release, but in my opinion, Shane Battier is probably one of the best budget shooting guards you can possibly buy. He plays top-notch defense. He can score. Big player build. What's Shane Battier? When do you ever get to hoop with Shane Battier at a high level? Literally never. Ever. Marc Gasol, I actually haven't tried out his new jump shot yet. I think he's got the, Kakak release? Is that what it's called? Devontae Kakak. Didn't particularly like it on Jason Richardson, but literally anything is better than Marc Gasol's previous jump shot, so that's cool. Being that he's so expensive, that leads me to believe that he is solid, just because every other opal is like 14K, and then there's Marc Gasol. I almost said Mike Gasol, who's like 50. So, yeah, I mean, you're looking for a budget big man. Like, Marc Gasol can hold it down. I wouldn't necessarily consider him at 50K a budget card, though. All right, meat and potatoes, Bol Bol. Literally base set Bol Bol going for 1 million MT should be a huge red flag to the odds of these packs. It's not good. Is Bol Bol good? Obviously, dude. It's a small forward Bol Bol in April. Yeah, he's really good. Should you be spending 1 million MT on this card? Honestly, if you got it like that, sure. Luka Doncic is actually way, way, way cheaper than I expected. He's still super expensive. Like, don't get me wrong. He's still, 5 to 750,000 MT, so he's still, expensive. But he's cheaper than I thought. I'm not really sure why that is. I think it's just because it's not a hero card, you know? And he's not really, that big of a point guard at this stage. So, cool. Then we got Tim Thomas. Base Tim Thomas. Base Tim Thomas is 500K, dude. That's crazy. I'm assuming this is all from Knicks fans. It has to be. It has to just be Knicks fans that are gassing this Tim Thomas up. I mean, realistically, the hero version's not crazy better than Tim Thomas, the regular one, so it's, not surprising. But, I mean, Tim Thomas is good. He's probably, the third best shooting guard in the game, depending. I think T-Mac and, Dissinger are probably still better than those guys, but whatever. Hero Tim Thomas is 1 million MT. Jesus Christ. That's not exactly shocking, but ugh. I have heard that Tim Thomas is underwhelming, which I would assume that's going to happen just because he was so gassed up at the beginning of the year that naturally I feel like he's one of those cards where we get a new version of a top tier early game card. They're always underwhelming, you know? So it kind of makes sense, but okay, if Tim Thomas is 1 million plus for just a hero version, do I even want to look at Bol Bol? I guess we're looking at Bol Bol. It's just going to make me sad. I don't think this is accurate. I still think he probably shoots up. The fact that there's not a single Bol Bol, hero Bol Bol, anytime sooner than an hour is not a good sign. That's not a good sign, man. This card will be expensive until the end of time. Straight up. How much is Jordan going for right now? Wow, still 1 million. What about Jokic? Still 1 million. God damn, it's looking like this set is literally going to cost 5+ million to lock in. That's so wild. What's up with Murasan? Hero Murasan can kind of shoot, so I feel like people are still kind of, I wouldn't say gassed up on Murasan, but he is 7'7" and can shoot the 3-ball a little bit. So regardless how slow he is, this is another, why did Yao have 80 speed? Why did Eclipse Yao have 80 speed? I just don't understand why they did this. I mean, I get it because they're idiots, but why? Why does he have 80 speed, man? The 83 ball? Sure, man. Whatever. But, like, why? Why does he have 80 speed? That's so stupid, man. I hate that. I hate that so much. He's still the best center in the game. Yes, we are getting Manute Bull. That is accurate. Like, this is Manute Bull right here. We know that. His stats are going to be ridiculous. He's going to be cracked. Like, okay, sure. And then we're also getting Chet Holmgren, which I actually thought that maybe Chet would maybe keep Bull's price in line, because it's just like Chet's going to be basically the same, but I was incorrect about that. How much is Chet looking like it's going to be? I mean, Chet's looking like he's going to be over $1 million for sure. Yeah, I mean, right here it's about 600K. What's Paul George going for? Probably about 400 or 500K. Yeah, it's like 1.1 million. So I mean, yeah, we're looking at like over $1 million for Chet. So it actually kind of makes sense why Bull's price is the way that it is. Did anyone take a big price decrease? Yes, actually, Ilgauskas. Most people, you know, who were stoked on Ilgauskas last week are more stoked on Bull this week. So it's not exactly shocking that he is more affordable. Don't want to say cheaper, want to say more affordable. Ron Artest took actually a pretty big price hit as well due to Luka, I think. Garnett, he didn't take a price hit like I thought he would. I think it's because he's like better defensive Tim Thomas, you know. Still cool. Jokic is still Jokic. He's not taking a price hit from anybody. I honestly forgot about this set already. Like the Elemental set, I forgot it even came out. I just like don't care that much about this set. Peter Gudmundsson, did he take a bit of a hit? He actually kind of did, because I feel like now we're starting to get more budget centers, so he's not like as expensive. Still good though. He's just got, you know, he's got a low badge count, you know. What about my boy Jay Crowder? Anybody? No one cares about Jay Crowder. Okay, shout out to Jay Crowder. That's cool stuff. No one cares about any of these heroic cards. Actually, all of these suck. I don't care. The playoff cards, I mean, we got more Evos. Honestly, I feel like this is a hate crime that I got Myers Leonard, okay? I'm just going to say it, all right? I just feel like when it comes to the playoff cards, I don't have a hope to actually pull any of them that have Evos or are going to get Evos at a high tier, so it doesn't matter. I honestly just don't pay attention to these. I did pick up the homie Dean Wade today, though. Shout out to Dean Wade. I picked him and this guy, whoever Lamar Stevens is, up today for limited. It is what it is. Anyways, spend your friend Cheap Blues, and I will catch you guys later. I mean, there's nothing exciting happening in the market whatsoever, so, you know, it is what it is.